Beep beep, everybody. Well, we got a long one here. At least it probably will be, because we're going to open up this entire box of 1992 Pinnacle Series 2. Something I found in an antique mall for 18 bucks, and I have no idea if that was a good price or not. There isn't a whole lot in Series 2 other than the Jeff Kent rookie card. Unfortunately, the Manny Ramirez rookie card is in Series 1. There is an insert set called, let me look it up first, Pinnacle Rookie Idols. But from what I looked at, it sounds like that is one of those occurs about 1 in every 100 packs. So it's too bad I didn't get a Series 1 box. But we're going to open this up and have a look at it. And I'll try to go through it quicker so that this doesn't turn into an hour-long video for what is essentially a product of the junk wax era. And this was Score's first attempt to make a quote-unquote premier product to compete with things like Top Stadium Club and stuff like that. Giving it the sniff test. Well, even though it's sealed. Alrighty. Where to begin? I'm going to move Nathan a little bit further back. So this is going to take some time to get through. Official Score vinyl storage sheets. Huh. They kind of remind me of Topps Archives with the way they open up. Oh, and they're kind of stuck together a little bit. Well, there's Bobby Jones. They look okay. These aren't going to be easy to turn here. Pat Hankin. John Burkett. Yeah, they're all kind of lightly stuck together. There's sidelines. Not sure who that is. John Wetland, musician. Okay. And here's grips. That is Greg Maddox showing us how to throw a circle change. And Pat Mahomes, that's a rookie card for him. I guess we'll put the Wetland card over here. Charlie O'Brien, Kelly Downs, Jose Rio, Bob Ojeda, Kevin Brown, Glenn Allen Hill, Storm Davis, Steve Sachs, Paul Ferries, and Rob Deere. That's a nice picture. Bat ball. Andy Stankiewicz, Trevor Miller, first round draft pick. Sidelines, that is Tom Glavine with a hockey stick. Yep. There's another one of these grips cards. He's stuck to somebody underneath him. And who is that? That's Charles Nagy. That's how Charles holds his slider. Esteban Beltre, rookie prospect. Brian Holman. Rod Nichols. Steve Buechele. And by the way, the backs of these look like this, in case you've never seen them before. And Series 2 is numbered from 311 to, I guess, 620. Gene Larkin, David Cohn, Eric Davis, Scott Sanderson, Daryl Boston, Raphael Belliard. That's Everything in the Air, so that's a nice card. Eric Anthony and Mariano Duncan. They don't come apart. Oh, these are kind of jammed together. Mike Bielecki, Rich Amaral. That's going to make this a long video. Sidelines. What's that, Rob Dibble? No, Jim Gott, black belt. I guess we're going to have one of these in each pack. There's David Cohn, how he holds his curveball. Wally Joyner. Brett Saberhagen. Gerald Young. Mike Bordick. Craig Lefferts. Kenny Rogers. Tom Henke. Tom Brunansky. Von Hayes. Craig Graybeck. Luis Rivera and Scott Aldred. And my pile is sliding every which way. Let's try to keep these a little straight. Beep, beep. Let's just do a little bend there. Jim Abbott. As far as I can tell, there is no paper loss. Ben Rivera. Scott Hatterberg. The Idols. This is not the Rookie Idols cards. This is part of the base set. That's Rod Carew, and I guess Rod was an idol of Don Mattingly. Chris Gardner. Alvin Davis. Ryan Bowen. Geronimo Pena. Dennis Cook. Steve Howe. Joe Grahe, and that is not the Steve Howe that played guitar for Yes, or still does. Scott Radinsky, Kirk McCaskill, Bob Welch, Todd Froworth, and Bill Pacoda. Beep, beep. So I find you just do a little bit of this and they just sort of come apart a lot easier and they're easy to hold. Brian Jordan, Ruben Amaro Jr. Here's an Idols card for, let's see, that's Jack Morris and Steve Avery. Again, that's not the insert set, that's part of the base set. Rusty Meacham. Benito Santiago. I do not know what this is. It's part of the base set. Category, Technician. Okay. Todd Worrell. Kirk Gibson with the Pirates. Doug Jones. Bill Kruger. Otis Nixon. Ricky Henderson. Hector Villanueva. Dave Otto. Greg Myers. Billy Ripken. And Kevin Gross. So I like the design of these. They look pretty nice. Maybe if they had curtailed the production of them and made less of them, these would be worth quite a bit more today. I mean, with the black borders, I can see these being hard to keep in great shape, but so far, everything I've pulled here seems like it's in good shape. Eddie Taubensee, Jacob Brumfield, Dave Nilsson, Matt Stairs, Sean Hare, another Kirk Gibson, another Doug Jones, Bill Kruger, another Otis Nixon, so we're running into collation issues. Chris Haney, Don Slaught, Tim Tuffle, Greg Swindell, David West, Al Osuna, and Mark Eichhorn. Beep, beep. Scott Hatterberg. There's another Rod Carew. Chris Gardner. Ricky Henderson on the technician subset. Brian Williams. Mark Guthrie. Dave Burba. Mark Lemke. Kevin Appier. Sid Bream. Henry Cotto. Carlos Quintana. Joe Orsulak. Ron Darling, Willie Randolph with the Mets, and Rick Sutcliffe with the Orioles. Beep, beep. Hoo-hoo! Oh, wow. Jackie Gleason. David Cohn's idol is Jackie Gleason. Alrighty. Shades is another subset that's deeper in the base set. I believe that's Tim Raines. Yep. It doesn't say much on the back. David Justice on the technician subset. Dave Silvestri, Jeff Ware, Charlie Lebrant, Mike Jackson, Gene Nelson, Danny Jackson, Don Robinson, Mike Stanton, Mark Whitten, Stan Belinda, Dave Winfield, Damon Berryhill, and Bobby Bonilla. Beep, beep. Derek May, Ken Griffey Jr., Andy Stankiewicz, Trevor Miller, that's Tom Glavine with the hockey stick again, Alejandro Pena, Jesse Barfield, Reggie Sanders, Roger McDowell, Billy Hatcher, Bat Meets Ball, Lonnie Smith when he was with the Braves, Trevor Wilson, Brian Downing, Luis Salazar, Rich DeLucia, and Pedro Guerrero later on when he was with the Cardinals. Beep, beep. Woohoo! It's Tom Glavine with his hockey stick again. These are sticking a little bit more than previous packs. Again, no paper loss. Here's I think that's Charles Nagy again. Esteban Beltre. These are not coming apart really good. Ray Sanchez, and here's one with a little bit of a white dot in the corner. So you might run into that. Oh my goodness. Having problems with this deck. Mike Perez, Geronimo Pena, Dennis Cook, Steve Howe, John Doherty, Sean Bosky. Yeah, this one is a lot of sticking going on. There we go. Beep Beep, Todd Froworth, Bill Pacoda. There's Gary Carter, letting out a lot of steam with that swing. Bob Malacky, Jose De Leon, and Mark Davis. Sounds awful, doesn't it? Jose Melendez again, no paper loss though. Pedro Estacio, Mike Bielecki, Rich Amaral. There we have, what's his name, Jim Gott again. Jeff Robinson, Vince Horseman, Pat Borders, Teddy Higuera, Mark Carrion, Kevin Gross, Leo Gomez, Greg Hibbard, Brooke Jacoby, Tim Belcher, and Bill Wigman. Beep beep. Beep beep. Beep beep. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? That Moises Alou. But again, there is no paper loss from that. So I guess we'll keep doing that. I mean, these aren't worth a whole lot. That is Idols, that's Scott Sanderson and Catfish Hunter. There's Tim Raines. No, that's Eric Davis. Got him confused with Tim Raines. Ryan Sandberg on the Technician insert or subset. Mike Grapuso. That's a name I've not heard of before. Ramon Martinez. David Wells. Hubie Brooks. Bobby Witt. Brent Main. Al Osuna. Mark Eichhorn. Chris Bozio. Lance Johnson. Mike Gallego, and Kevin Mitchell has the bat on ball. Beep beep. Having troubles getting that one open. Beep beep beep. Okay, that's Tim Raines. Dave Justice. We've seen both of those before. Dave Silvestri. Jeff Ware. Russ Springer. Peter Hoy. Charlie Lee Brandt. Mike Jackson. Gene Nelson. Danny Jackson. Don Robinson. Mark Whitten, Stan Belinda, Dave Winfield. So I think we've seen all of these before. Damon Berryhill and Bobby Bonilla. That almost seemed like a duplicate pack. Beep beep. All right, that's I think we haven't seen this one yet. This is Randy Tomlin showing you how he grips his Vulcan change. John Patterson, Danny Tartable, Pat Listash, J.J. Johnson, Brady Anderson, Jim Eisenreich, Pat Mahomes, Charlie O'Brien, Kelly Downs, Jose Rio, Dwayne Ward, Tony Gwynn, bat on ball, Kevin Brown, and Glen Allen Hill, and Storm Davis. Woohoo! So that's a circle change, and that's Greg Maddox. We've seen that one before. Seen Derek May and Ken Griffey Jr. before. Andy Stankiewicz, Trevor Miller. So we're seeing a lot of duplication already. There's Barry Bonds. We haven't seen him yet. He's in Series 2. Mike Gardner, Brian Holman, Rod Nichols, Steve Buechele, Gene Larkin, Brian Downing, Luis Salazar, Rich DeLucia, Pedro Guerrero, and Darren Lewis. So we're not quite up to the halfway point, and we're 21 minutes in. Rich Amaral, and that's, I keep forgetting this player's name, Jim Gott. And there's David Cone, Wally Joyner, Juan Guerrero, Juan Berenger, Ricky Jordan, Bat Meets Ball. There's Charlie Huff, Todd Benzinger, Brett Saberhagen, Gerald Young, Von Hayes, Craig Graybeck, Luis Rivera, Scott Aldred, and Hensley Mullins. I think that's the first time we've seen Hensley. Beep, beep. Donald Harris. Again, no paper loss. And who we got here? That's Steve Avery. Yep. I guess we'll put him in that one. Beep, beep. Eddie Taubensee. Jacob Brumfield. Dave Nilsson. Sean Bosky. Eddie Murray when he was with the Mets. Sandy Alomar Jr. Jay Howe. Carlos Hernandez. Jeff Johnson. Dean Palmer. Sammy Sosa. Very early in his career before he joined the Cubs. And yeah, no paper loss on anything. Joe Grahe, Scott Radinsky, and Kirk McCaskill. Okay, this will be the halfway point with this pack. Boy, doesn't that sound terrible. Scott Bankhead. Sidelines, that's Randy Johnson with a big camera lens. And I guess I think he's been doing photography since he retired, too. That's a knuckleball. And that's Tom Candiotti. I did not know Tom Candiotti threw the knuckleball. Jose Melendez. Pedro Estacio. There's Eddie Murray again. Sandy Alomar again. Jay Howell. Carlos Hernandez. Jeff Johnson. Reggie Jefferson. Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk. There's Hall of Famer Randy Johnson. And Hall of Famer Andres Galarraga. Did Andres Galarraga make it to the Hall, or am I making that up? I might be confusing him with somebody. Larry Anderson. And Hall of Famer Ricky Henderson. So that was a pretty good pack. Let's stretch a little bit. I don't know how those breakers do it that stream for 3 or 4 hours, and I don't know if I could do that. Pat Listash. J.J. Johnson. All right, that's Oral Hershiser golfing. Huh. I did not know that. There's a split finger, and that's Jack McDowell. Jeff Branson. Chad Curtis, I believe that's his rookie card. Gilberto Reyes. Kyle Abbott. Bill Swift. Brady Anderson. Jim Eisenreich. Chris Nabholz. Scott Leyes. Chito Martinez. Dwayne Ward. And Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. John Burkett. That's John Wetland again with his guitar. That's Greg Maddox. Derek May. Ken Griffey again. I think that's the third one of him we've seen. Billy Hatcher. Lonnie Smith. Scott Scudder. Mike Huff. Barry Bonds. That's the second one of him. Mark Gardner. Rich DeLucia. Pedro Guerrero. Darren Lewis. Brian Hunter. And Jeff King. Come on, open up. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Scott Bankhead, Randy Johnson. This seems like a duplicate of the last one. Jose Melendez, Pedro Estacio, Bob Kipper, Archie Gianfranco. Okay, some of these are new. Juan Berenger, Ricky Jordan, Charlie Huff, Todd Benzinger, Eric Anthony, Mariano Duncan, Charles Nagy, Dave Martinez, and Keith Miller. So some new ones there. We're going to see some more duplication as we go along. Still have not pulled any of the rookie idols yet. I don't know if we are going to. Like I said, they're about 1 in 100. Jacob Brumfield, Dave Nilsson. Okay, there's nothing stuck to him. Matt Stairs, Sean Hare, Rod Beck, Matt Young, Jeff Kent. That's the Jeff Kent rookie card. So that is probably the best card we've gotten so far out of this. There's Kevin McReynolds, John Habian, Mackie Sasser, Lee Stevens, Chuck McElroy, Joe Oliver, Tim Leary, Dean Palmer, and Sammy Sosa again. Scott Hatteberg, another Rod Carew. That's the third one. Chris Gardner, Ricky Henderson, a technician in subset. Brian Williams, Vince Horseman, Pat Borders, Teddy Higuera, Mark Carrion, Tom Candiotti, John Wetland, Mark Davis, Carlton Fisk, Randy Johnson, Andre Scalaraga, Larry Anderson. So I'm definitely seeing a few patterns. Certain cards seem to follow other certain cards. We're almost at the half-hour mark. So I have a feeling this is going to turn out to be about 40 minutes long. So I should have said it in the beginning of the video, but if you don't have the time to watch a 40-minute video, you can click on the cog wheel and select speed or some kind of thing that has the word speed and change it to 2 times, and this will go much faster. And not only that, I think my videos sound a lot better when they're sped up. That was Juan Guerrero, Butch Henry. There's Kenny Lofton. I don't know if that's a rookie card for Kenny Lofton. It might be. I could do a quick lookup, which I know is going to delay things. Now, Beckett does not consider that a rookie card for him. Donald Harris. That's Steve Avery again. Pat Borders, Teddy Higuera, Mark Carrion, Tom Candiotti, John Wetland, Todd Worrell, Greg Hibbard, Brooke Jacoby, Tim Belcher, and Bill Wegman. Was Bill hooked up to somebody on the back? Yeah, he was. We missed Bip Roberts. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Hoo-hoo! Matt Stairs, Sean Hare, Rod Beck, Jim Abbott, Ben Rivera, Bobby Witt. Make sure it's not somebody attached to him. Brent Main. Brent's doing a burp. Put that in this pile. Tim Burke. Mike Maddox. Carl Willis. Sid Fernandez. Frank Viola. Ron Karkovice. Dan Gladden. Melito Perez. And Dick Schofield. So a few new faces in that pack. So I guess the collation of these aren't too bad. All right, we haven't seen this one before. This is Dave Justice on the Shades subset. And Brett Butler on the Technician subset. We haven't seen that yet. Sean Livesey. Monty Ferris. Willie Banks. Bryn Smith, Ken Hill, Joe McGrain, Corey Snyder, Dante Bichette, Peter Hoy, Greg Cadaret, Kurt Stillwell, that's bat and ball, Rex Hudler, Greg Jeffries, and Chris Hammond. Nolan Ryan on the Technician set, so that's a nice one to have. Jarvis Brown, John Vanderwall, Todd Van Poppel. Probably a rookie card, I'm thinking, but things didn't pan out too well for him. This is Idols, and that is Rex Hudler and Roger Staubach. Mark Lemke, Kevin Appier, Sid Bream, Luis Aquino, Paul Ossenmacher, Henry Cotto, Carlos Quintana, Joe Orsulak, Ron Darling, Willie Randolph, Rick Sutcliffe. Beep, beep. Woohoo! Mike Bielecki, Rich Amaral, Jim Gott again. That must be like the 6th time we've seen that card. David Cohn, I think that's the 3rd time for him. 3rd time for Wally Joyner. Russ Swan, we've never seen before. Jose Mesa. Frank Castillo. Jeff Robinson. Vince Horseman. Hector Villanueva. Dave Otto. Greg Myers. Billy Ripken. Kevin Gross, and Leo Gomez. Beep, beep. Donald Harris. I think there's somebody on the back of Donald Harris's card. Yep. Steve Avery again. Eddie Taubensee. Jacob Brumfield. Dave Nilsson. Otis Nixon. Chris Haney. Ramon Martinez. David Wells. Hubie Brooks. Al Osuna. Mark Eichhorn. Chris Bozio. Lance Johnson. And Mike Gallego. Oh, he's got somebody on the back of him. Kevin Mitchell. Was there somebody on the back of Lance Johnson? No. Oh, let me sit back a little bit. Oh, back is getting stiff. It's been a while since I've done a 30-plus minute long video. Probably need a comfier chair. Okay, that's David Cohn and his curveball. Wally Joyner again. Juan Guerrero. Butch Henry. Kenny Lofton. Tom Candiotti. John Wetland. Todd Worrell. Kirk Gibson. Doug Jones. Bill Kruger. Bip Roberts. Don Slaught. Tim Tuffle. Greg Swindell. And David West. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, we got a Rookie Idols card. These were supposedly 1 out of 100 packs. That's what this is, a Rookie Idols card. It is Luis Mercedes and Julio Franco. This is number 5 of that 18 card set. I don't know if this is worth a whole lot. Nah, Beckett says it's between 50 cents and $1.25. Still, I guess we'll put that here because it is the lone hit of this box. Anthony Young. I mean, there's some more in that set that are much more pricier, including one with Nolan Ryan and Todd Van Poppel. Hector Fajardo, so that's one we haven't seen. We haven't seen this one before. That's Willie Stargell and Dave Justice. That's a nice one. Pinnacle Shades, that's Jose Lean. Tim Burke, Mike Maddox, Sid Fernandez, Mark Guthrie, Dave Burba, Frank Viola, Ron Karkovice, Dan Gladden, and Melito Perez. He's got somebody on the back of his card. Dick Schofield. Beep, beep. Bob Zupsick. Okay, that's a new one. Here's one we haven't seen before. That is Tony Gwynn and Willie Davis. Not too many people remember Willie Davis from back in the 60s. Circle Vulcan Change. We've done that one before. That's Randy Tomlin. John Patterson. Danny Tartabull. Jeff Blauser. There's Jack Morris. We haven't seen him yet. Charlie Hayes. Eric King. Mike McFarland. Bob Walk. Joe Hesketh. Franklin Stubbs. Pete Incaviglia. Kevin Reimer. And Milt Thompson. Beep, beep. They're stuck together still. All right, there's Oral Hershiser playing golf. Jack McDowell and his split finger. Jeff Branson. Bobby Jones. Pat Henkin. Bob Ojeda. Alejandro Pena. Jesse Barfield. Reggie Sanders, Roger McDowell, Steve Sachs, Paul Ferries, Rob Deere, Trevor Wilson, Brian Downing, and Luis Salazar. We have 3 packs left, and we just passed the 40-minute mark, so I was off by how long this would take to film. And this will probably be the last video I record today because this one is going to fill the phone up. There's Tom Glavine with his hockey stick. I think that's the fourth one we've had. And here's the slider with Charles Nagy, Esteban Beltre, Ray Sanchez, Mike Perez, David Cohn, Carney Lansford, we haven't seen him before, Jeff Brantley, Mike Flanagan, really late in his career, Scott Livingstone. Scott has soup stains on his shirt there. Brian Hunter, Jeff King, Eric Davis, Scott Sanderson, Darrell Boston, and Raphael Belliard. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Feels weird doing that to cards. Butch Henry, Kenny Lofton again, Donald Harris. That's Steve Avery and his fastball. Eddie Taubensee, Mike Bordick, Craig Lefferts, Kenny Rogers, Joe Girardi. We haven't seen him before. How early was that in his career? Kind of early. Maybe I'll put that one aside. Glenn Braggs, Cal Daniels, bat meets ball, Vicente Palacios, Dickie Thon. So we are seeing some cards we haven't seen before. Mitch Williams, Mike Morgan, and Mike Felder. Last pack. Boop, boop, boop. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Hoo-hoo! Well, Matt Stairs, Sean Hare, still sticking together, Rod Beck, Jim Abbott, Ben Rivera, Reggie Jefferson, Russ Swan, Jose Mesa, Frank Castillo, Jeff Robinson, Bob Welch, Todd Froworth, Bill Pacoda, Gary Carter, Bob Malachy, and Jose De Leon ends the box. Well, we did get a Rookie Idols card, but it's only Julio Franco and Luis Mercedes. And I looked it up in my Beckett Almanac, and it's priced between 50 cents and $1.25. If we had gotten our hands on the Nolan Ryan and Todd Van Papa one, that's got a $6 to $15 range. So I really, really don't believe, as I wander away from the camera and microphone, whoops, and I'm knocking crap over behind me. Yeah, that 18 bucks. I'm not too sure we made up that 18 bucks, even with this huge stack of cards, including what I would call the star semi-star section. I would say that the wax, or I don't even know if you call this wax box, because that's not wax paper, that's foil they use to wrap these up with, but this is definitely in the junk wax era, and this set is not really worth very much at all. Some of the Rookie Idols cards are worth something. There's another insert set that goes with Series 1, and there's another one that goes with some kind of jumbo packs that they offered these in. And those are the only sort of pricier cards, a few bucks each compared to what are these, like a penny each. Anyway, that's 1992 Pinnacle Series 2. I probably paid a little too much for it, but I have never really had any of this product, and this was the first first issue of Pinnacle from Score. It was their first attempt at a premier line of cards to compete with things like Stadium Club and I guess some other ones out there. Another like Fleer Ultra. I can't remember all the other ones. And I have to say I like the design. I do like them. They do look nice, but because of the how many they produced, they're just not worth a whole lot all these years later. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Hope I didn't put you to sleep. Again, if the video is too long, press the cog wheel and change the speed to 2 times, and you might find it more entertaining. I wish I could talk that fast in real life. But if I tried to do that, it would probably sound like, and that wouldn't make any sense. And I have thought about doing videos where I just mumble the whole way through as an experiment, just to see if anyone watches it. Okay, I'm yammering on a little too much here. It's already well past the 40-minute mark. So I bid you farewell. Have a great day. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, beep beep, everybody.